Hello, this is Rick Saltarelli with Salty Breeze Cruise Planners with this week's segment of Beyond Your Front Door. And today, this is kind of a special Beyond Your Front Door because we are coming to you live today from Hamilton, Bermuda, where we are just finishing up the second day of a cruise on the Viking Orion. And so we did spend last night in Hamilton aboard the ship, and we will be sailing away shortly. But I did promise many people that I would give an update of the process that we have been through to board the ship and now complete our second day on the ship. So I'm going to start with preparing before you even leave home. And if you are working with a travel agent, you will get lots of reminders, but there are reminders that also come out from the cruise line itself. And it would be very important to heed all of the emails that you get, especially the ones that tell you about the entry requirements for the country that you are going to. So we're going to talk today about Bermuda, but they would be different for other countries. So there is a timeline that you do need to follow. So the first thing to be reminded of is that you do need to be fully vaccinated, which means that it has to be at least 2 weeks since you had your second vaccine before you would embark on your trip. The second is that prior to leaving your home, you need to have a negative COVID test. Well, you need to have a COVID test taken and have results that you are negative for carrying the virus. And in the case of Bermuda, you have to get a health authorization form, which you cannot get from Bermuda until you upload both a negative COVID test and your proof of vaccination. And I will just say from personal experience that you may get two forms back from the person that does your negative test, but the one that's required by the Bermuda authorities is one that outlines the facility that was doing the testing and contact information, and specifically address and phone number and the attending physician that authorized the test. So that is very, very important. And those have to be uploaded about 3 days ahead of time, maybe a couple of days ahead of time, because you need that authorization, what is known as the green form, from the Bermudan government before you can even get on an airplane to fly to Bermuda. If you do not have the authorization, the airlines will not let you travel. So that is some of the things to be aware of. And then we're just going to talk about what happens when you land in Bermuda. I will say very organized. You will be tested at the airport. You will have your temperature taken. And as you clear through customs, you will receive a form that is aligns with your authorization form. And you will go and have your test taken right at the airport. At that point, if you are going on a cruise, you will be released to go with the cruise line personnel to aboard the ship. If you are staying at a local property, you are allowed to go there and quarantine until you get your results back. And I will say from our personal experience, we had those results back that evening or that night. So it was maybe 12 to 18 hours before we had those results back. And the good news is once you get your results back from the Bermudan government, you are then free to move about the island freely. And so that is a recent improvement for those that are planning travel. So while we were in Hamilton today, yes, we went out and did a excursion that was organized by the cruise line, but we were then free to move around and visit as we wanted to. So we could have done a shore excursion alone. We just went out and wandered around downtown, popped into a few of the shops, sat by the water, and watched some of the activity that was going on. And so I'm just going to switch from there over just to talk about Viking. This has been so exciting, not only for us and for other guests that are on board the ship, but I will say that the staff are just so excited to have people coming back on board. They have been extremely friendly. We are the second itinerary that's operating, and the ship is operating at less than full capacity. So there is a lot of staff that are around to answer questions and to direct you if you need anything. But they are so excited to have guests back on board. Um, the staterooms are beautiful on this ship, the Viking Orion. And we have enjoyed eating in the main dining room. We have been in the restaurant that would normally have been a buffet restaurant. And we've been to the Explorers Lounge and have had basically afternoon snacks. As far as the buffet, it is not operating as a self-serve buffet, but the food is being presented buffet style. And you just are pointing out what you would like to have, and they are dishing it up for you. So certainly not an inconvenience. Now, some of the spacing in the dining areas is about 50%. So maybe every second table is not being used. Tables that would normally sit 4 people are sitting 2. Tables that would maybe have normally sat 8 people are sitting 4 people. And people that are traveling together are welcome to dine together. And while you are on board, we are wearing a device. Looks like this. We call it our own Viking provided jewelry, but it is a tracing device. So we are asked to keep that on our person. Don't have to wear around your neck like we are. You can put it in a pocket or put it into a purse, but they are asking you to carry that around with you at all times. It certainly is not an inconvenience. While we are on board, we are having to provide COVID tests every day, and we are having temperature checks taken every day. The COVID tests take less than a minute, and the stateroom stewards pick up the samples right from your room because you are self-administering that. And then the temperature checks, there are at least 3 places around the ship. Very easy, you just walk up, it's using facial recognition, takes your temperature, and you're on your way. It really takes about 5 seconds. So certainly no inconvenience there at all. So I just wanted to report back for again, this very special segment of Beyond Your Front Door. We are so happy to be cruising again. We are so happy to be in Bermuda again. And we are happy to be on Viking and are reporting back that we're happy to be here and they are so happy to have us back. And the Bermudans appear to be very happy to have cruise ships back as well. So if you're looking to get yourself cruising again, if you are looking to maybe even come to Bermuda this summer, this ship will be here until mid-August. So it's not too late to book a trip. It all starts with a call to us at 888-332-8202. At Salty Breeze Cruise Planners, we help create lifelong lasting memories. Isn't it time we planned your next adventure? Thank you.